Hey guys, welcome back to Tales of the Deathless. So what you missed so far in Aftermath is the Crown had issued an order to kill all whom were summoned to the castle, and unfortunately we were made at the tavern. In a series of events, turns out the guards who were sent out to capture us were on our side and helped us escape underground to a casino, and that's where we'll be picking up.
Well, last time you guys were able to, or last session, sorry, you guys were able to make it into a secret. Um, wait, sorry, I just got a message. You guys were able to get into a secret syndicate warehouse, or so it seemed. It was past a small, kind of fancy restaurant, and into what seemed to be where they kept most of their foods cold. And as you guys kind of had to go through this large half orc and this short, kind of skinny human, um, you guys get past them, and you guys, as you guys walk into this quote unquote fridge, it actually opens up and reveals it to be a underground casino, which you guys walk in and notice a lot of different things just from like, it's like a lot of people. It's not like anything small. It's a underground large casino that has probably like been running for the years at this point. Like you can see, like it even is furnished very well, and makes you question how the hell did they got the furniture to go through the main door. Um, but as you guys kind of walk in, what's it called? What's her name? Aresi. Aresi and Rogar just kind of begin drifting off. Rogar trying to find Aresi through the crowd, and Aresi just begins drifting off because she recognizes most of these people, and she recognizes one specific person, which you guys can hear whispers and just kind of commotion as kind of from the other side of the casino, from where you guys are entering, a small halfling looking man, either halfling or gnome, you guys are not necessarily sure. He's wearing kind of weird clothing. It's mostly leather armor, but as you see in some parts, it's kind of coated with plate. And he seems to be just kind of very wealthy and very influential in his rogue way. He looks kind of dark, and he has scruffy hair, and he has a kind of like a headband that touches not only at the forehead but also kind of at the temples. And you guys can hear just people talking, and they recognize him to be the Hour Man. And the Hour Man is one of basically the kingpins of all of the Avalon Kingdom. So as you guys kind of walk into the location, you guys decide to try not to cause a lot of commotion as well, just kind of merge in with the others. However, you guys do have a very critical, what they call the difference here. You guys don't have a basically signature tattoo. So what would you guys like to do?
Um,
I mean, there's something I want to do, but it might get us hurt, so I shouldn't do it.
do it, Ava. Play like Ava.
Oh my god.
So Ava would like to go up and just say, like, hello, little man.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Oh, I think Ava's my favorite.
As you kind of begin walking up, basically you just walk into people, not necessarily pushing them. You're just walking, and people just get pushed by just your massive body. And as you kind of just make yourself through the crowd, everybody kind of stays behind and just kind of in shock at what you're gonna do, bless you. And bless you. As your head kind of hovers above the crowd, he recognizes you immediately because you have fought for him. And knowing that you are not necessarily the smartest, he just kind of looks at you. Everybody just, like you can see the area just here just tenses up upon you saying this. Like everybody just turns towards you. And then the Hourman just starts laughing. and everybody just kind of feels relieved. They kind of like everybody just kind of wipes their sweat off their foreheads.
Okay, I thought my heart was gonna stop. I thought she was
Classic
gonna die.
you.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
And you can see that Aresi kind of grabs at the Hour Man from behind, and the Hour Man just quickly, like Ava, you're able to see this. Everybody else is a little bit too far behind, but the Hour Man quickly kind of flips Aresi's hand, and like almost you can see just the tension, and it seems to like almost snap, and it just happened within a second. Like Aresi just kind of grabbed at his shoulder, and he just automatically flipped it and was kind of ready to fight. And then he kind of like looks at Aresi, and you can see his face kind of go from what you caused laughter to more of a what are you doing here? And they begin walking into like a separate office. Rogar kind of tries to go through the crowd, but it's a little bit harder since he's still wearing his full armor, and it's just a lot of people to try and squeeze into. And he doesn't necessarily like pushing people around. So as you kind of see them fade away, Ava's now left in a crowd of people kind of just in awe, and just the balls of Ava. So what about the rest of you guys? What'd you guys do?
I'm gonna chase after
Uh,
Ava and try to like
Yeah,
Lucian's
just like trail behind.
yeah, just to like push through the crowd till we get back to her, since we can only see her massive green Hulk.
I will also walk to Ava, but as I'm walking there, I want to cast Goodberry
Hell
and
yeah.
eat one of them and hand one to Ava.
Okay.
Hell yeah. And Ava right away eats it. She doesn't even chew it or anything. No, just downs it.
Just so I'm fed for all day. Nourished.
All right. So everybody gets a good berry from Thane, and I assume you guys eat it. Well, Ava explicitly eats it, just swallows it. She basically just dry
I'll
swallowed
eat
it.
Yeah, I'll eat it if he gives me one, yeah.
Yeah, I offer one to everyone.
Okay. So you guys feel just, though the quantity that you guys just ate is actually very little, it's just you guys just feel full for a while. And I believe it heals you, right?
1 point.
Yeah, just 1 point. Well, that's better than nothing.
So if anybody...
Whoever's low on 1 hit point, they can heal off. Okay, so you guys are basically left hanging at this point because your way of entry was through Aresi. However, Aresi and Rogar are out of the equation. And you guys are currently in an underground casino with a bunch of people with tattoos that you guys don't have. And the only kind of direction that you guys had was that you guys need to find a way out of the city. And the fastest way is kind of underground because you guys are currently being hunted by the forces upstairs.
Mhm.
Is that the fake king?
Well, the king issued that, yeah.
So.
So can we?
Can you, I mean,
The-
given the situation, I would say that you guys need to leave, not so much spend time and gamble.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
I don't
if
know. I don't know
we're
where to
being
go
out
because...
there, we could earn money to pay people to lead us to exit, right?
Or for goats?
Yeah, I mean, that's totally not what she wants.
I don't know. I don't think we should be gambling here.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't.
Yeah, and none of us have the mark, so we get asked for that mark.
Okay,
I don't know
so-
if that joke or lie about having it below our waist belt is gonna work again.
Oh,
I don't know if they have to climb inside a sphincter, it might work.
God. I think I could make it look like 2 of us have the mark, but I could only do it on 2 people.
Do you have minor illusion?
No. I can cast Disguise Self on myself, and do that, and I can use prestidigitation and make it appear like somebody has the mark,
I mean,
but that's all I can do.
we could go with my idea that I mentioned after the session last time. Like, if any of us are bleeding, just draw it. Use blood to draw it.
Well, Ava would be tall enough to see if there are any doors.
Oh,
Yeah, like,
yeah.
is
well,
there any clear way out of here? Yeah.
Are there any waitresses or bartenders around?
you can see some waitresses kind of like coming in and out. They seem mostly of half elven descent. They're just kind of like going from one place to another. There is kind of like a main bar area where there's a human bartender with kind of very large mustache and just kind of like balding at the top. He seems to be kind of weathered, but those are the people that you guys kind of look for. There is kind of like a few doors. Most of them they kind of lead to, or it seems to be that they're kind of like hotel rooms or something of that sort. Make an investigation roll, Ava.
Okay.
That's your specialty, isn't it? Oh, well.
Talking shit.
Not bad.
What's it
Wait,
called?
doesn't she have a really low intelligence?
She has
How
a
is that?
+1.
+1 to her intelligence? Then that's
Yeah.
not low at all.
She pretends.
Oh, God.
Looking about, you see that people kind of like entering and leaving rooms, and you can see most of them are actually what's it called, hotel rooms or somewhere where you guys can sleep. But there's two doors there are kind of currently being guarded. One of them kind of seems to be leading towards the kitchen area, and the other one it's unknown, but it's currently being guarded by two gentlemen, like one on each side, and they're just kind of like standing there. So that kind of catches your eye and makes you question a little bit.
Okay, I would like to go up to one of the waitresses.
Okay.
Excuse me, miss. Could you point us the way out of here, like out of the city?
She kind of like being stopped. Um, she still kind of has like like a platter of drinks and stuff, and kind of looks at you, questioning your attire. Because everybody else is kind of wearing nice formal clothes or just kind of fancy stuff, and then here you come with armor. Um, and she kind of looks at you and then points the same way you guys came from. Kind of like, hey, that's the exit. Like that's the entrance and that's the exit.
But surely you must know some other way. Back door? You look like you're a backdoor kind of girl.
You did not just say that. You did not just say that. She looks at you and just walks away.
Oh
Thane looks
I
defeated.
cry.
Lucius
Yeah,
will walk
she
up to
just walks
Thane.
away.
What was that?
So I
She
walk
just
back
walks
up to
away
the
from you.
I walk up to the group. I'm like, well, that didn't work out. I'm sorry, guys.
I wonder why.
Me too. That's my best pickup line.
Yes, it was very charming.
Oh well, you win
Yeah.
some, you lose some.
I think maybe out of the people we have left here, maybe I should do the talking. Just considering I'm the only one who's dressed appropriately.
Well, Lucius is also dressed really nice, and I did.
Well, you're wearing
wearing
armor
armor?
too.
I know I took it
Were you
off.
wearing armor?
No, I took
Oh,
it
you
off.
took it off?
Yeah,
When did
Oh,
you?
for the what's it
Rent.
called, the penalty, and then yeah, you took it off.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Ava's
Well,
probably-
then
let's
the
not
two
get
of
into
us
any
should be
fights,
doing the
guys.
talking.
So, I guess Lucian will try to go up to the barkeeper
Yeah, and I'll go with them.
and he'll call over to the barkeep and ask if there are any if he can give us any information about the layout of the casino.
You kind of.
Are we all? Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go for it.
Oh, I was just gonna say. So, are we all kind of just following him then?
If you
Right?
want to, that's up to you.
Yeah.
Are you? Yeah.
Ava's just gonna follow and remain quiet for once.
Okay. As you guys kind of begin grouping up and walking, and some of you guys can have a large armor. People kind of begin to look at you guys a little bit differently, a little bit more hostile, as in like, what are these guys doing here? They're not so much caring for Ava. However, as she kind of begins grouping with you guys, they begin questioning who you guys are. But as you kind of walk through the barkeep, and he seems to be kind of busy just throwing drinks from one side to the other. And he gets stopped by you. And what would you like to ask?
If you can give me some information about the layout of the casino.
Yeah, you ask like if there's any exit.
And kind of very harshly, more or less kind of like questioning your intelligence as well. He kind of points at the casino area and is like, that right there is a casino. And he points at the rooms. That over there is where you fuck. And right here, you can get drinks. I do not know about any exit other than the place you guys came from.
So then I'm gonna slide him a silver, and just ask him. I'm sure there's another way out.
Can
Kind of grabs it
Oh.
and kind of like bites into it to see if it's not illusion or anything. He pockets it. It's like, well, if that is, I do not know it.
can,
Now, do you need a drink or not?
since Ava saw him bite that, can she like slide him one of her leaves and say, "Ava, now"?
Yes, you saw you slide a couple of leaves and he kind of looks at them. Do these cure rashes? Because I should have one. And he kind of like grabs them and he kind of stuffs them down his pants.
Oh, oh, ew.
You're not Ava's
Ew,
food.
kitty.
It was just gonna be really like speechless, like how that was her favorite. Now it's in a place she never wants to go.
So it seems that he doesn't know anything. It seems to that he is basically just a worker here.
Well, I'm gonna turn around back to the group and say, "Well, I tried."
I think we just need to wait for Erisi. I don't know. She was supposed to lead us.
Yeah, but we're getting too many unfriendly looks. Ava, what do you see?
Well, then I don't know.
So Thane goes over and whispers in Ariel's ear, and he says, "Do you have any spells that might put those guards to sleep, or at least leave like suggestion or something?"
I cannot put them to sleep. No, I could charm one of them, but that would only work on one. I don't think I have anything that can help us. No. No, Ava, you can't.
Ava says that she can put him to sleep
But
permanently.
she can though.
They're like little twigs, and she just, snaps.
There are way too many people here, Ava.
I mean, we've talked about how high Ava can count. There's like 5.
There's a few more than
I
that.
pat Ava on the
But-
shoulder. I say, "It's okay, Ava. Numbers suck, anyways."
I I think we can keep asking around, or we
Maybe you can
can
disguise yourself and go in there.
and go in, disguise myself as what? As a guard?
Or that little gnome guy.
Or like a waitress, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like a really easy way to get in a shitload of trouble that I don't want to be in.
Just yell and we'll come charging in.
But the
I am
waitress
not
is,
good at pretending to be other people. I
wait-
would not.
Like I said, there seems to be two doors are currently being guarded. One of them, you guys can see kind of like the waitresses kind of like come in and go out. So you can probably assume that this is either a storage room, possibly the kitchen area, or it may be something else. Like you see people, workers coming in and out. So that
Yeah.
drifts away. The other one, on the other hand, it's completely locked, and the guys are there to keep everyone kind of like out of that location. And people seem to be staying off of that general door. It doesn't seem to. It doesn't have like a different chamber to it. It's just kind of in like a back wall. It's
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
So, do
don't-
any of you have paper?
I do. Why?
Could I borrow 2 sheets?
For what?
I'm going to explain to these guys why Shantea is a great, great goddess. And while I'm doing that, you just kind of sneak through.
No, I don't think that's gonna work either.
you know, have Rogar doing, Torm. So we got our next religious person.
Well, also Thane. Thane is a follower of Torm.
So is Lucian.
No, he's not.
Wait, sorry, Lucian.
Lucian is.
Yeah, I'm Shantea.
Yeah, Thane's Hunter.
Who is Shantea, by the way?
She's like a god.
Goddess. Oh, go for it.
You go ahead.
Oh, she's the goddess of nature, essentially.
Okay.
She's one of the goddess of nature.
Okay, nice.
Nature and
Um,
life.
I don't know. I think we just need to find the right person to ask and be convincing enough. Nobody's been helpful so far. This is not my specialty. Not want to be in this situation. Where the fuck did Erisi go?
So can I take another look around the room to see if there's any dealers, like blackjack people?
Yeah. I mean, it's about three actual gambling tables.
Only 3 in this whole place?
But yeah. Well, no, there's like 3 like the main blackjack tables. There's like some
Okay.
other kind of gambling here and there, like some smaller tables, but 3 like main ones with like about like 5 seats in each one of them. And there's people with, you assume, a lot of gold gambling.
Okay.
There's
So
like,
Thane,
go for it.
I was gonna say Thane pulls out his pocket to see how many gold pieces he has and only has 5. So he goes, I don't think I'm gonna do well.
I don't think we have the funds to be gambling here.
I mean, Ava does. She has 50 gold pieces.
I don't
Damn.
think we have the funds.
50 gold is. She
That's-
probably has enough.
That's very easy to lose very quickly, and then
I-
we'll have nothing.
That'll buy you like about a game.
I don't know if
50
she
gold?
wants to spend it though, because that's like her, goat fund, her retirement fund.
It's her whole
Yeah.
like backstory.
Ava-
Like she wants to be a goat farmer one day.
That's
Ava, save your money
all
for the
she wants in
goats.
life. I mean,
All right, so what are you guys doing?
Just looking around for anyone
Yeah,
important
we're just
that
lost
looks
in
that we
this.
can ask for help. Like
is my
we have
last
nothing else. We have nothing to do here.
is my last question like a yes or
Okay, I was gonna type it out right now, but okay, so a half elf has like a little bit more prominent features, kind of like more prominent ears and the like. While half elves have a little bit more like human features mixed with, of course, elf. So technically, an elf, an ugly elf could pass as a half elf.
okay. All right. Because I was gonna suggest that, like, since most of the waitresses are half elves and we have an elf, you know,
What are you saying?
just
Give them
throw
the
that
little
in
sucky
there.
suck. The little dooey doo. I'm sorry.
Just walk on in there. You don't have to do that. Just
What? I'm not dressed like the waitresses at all. I'm not.
but that's easy.
Okay,
You
to
can
be
pop
fair, what the waitresses are wearing isn't much.
Thane elbows her and be like, yeah, you can do it. Come on.
No.
I mean,
What good is that going to do us anyway if I pretend to be a waitress?
like,
Worst comes to worst, we'll get a few laughs.
Worst comes to worst, we lose our heads.
Well, we can check
Hey,
out
I'll-
the kitchen too. See if there's anything
You
there.
mean I could
Yeah,
check out
you.
the kitchen
Yeah, so you could check out the
And-
kitchen.
probably get caught?
No, because the guards are guarding the locked door, not the kitchen.
There is one guard kind of
There's-
opening
oh.
the kitchen out like forth and closing it.
So, but if you disguise
There's-
yourself as a waitress, you can walk. You'll most likely be able to walk through, and we can wait until you get back to us.
With what? So I can tell you what the kitchen looks like?
Or you can tell us if there's anything on the other side worthwhile going that way. Otherwise, we're gonna have to go through the locked door.
And even if there is anything worthwhile, which I doubt,
You can
Then-
cast charm on the one guard, and we can go through.
with
Plus, Ava loves
around.
food. You can get some food for Ava.
yeah.
look around, all of these people
Win-win.
here. They'll see me casting a spell. They'll see.
Ava's
Look at
like,
how many people are watching us right now.
we can
Wait,
hide
how
you
See
between the
us
three of
going
us.
somewhere we're not supposed to go.
How big is Lucian?
Lucian's like 6'2", I think.
Okay, so if you, me, and Ava all get around Ariel, he'll have a wall and he can cast Disguise Self real quick.
Exactly.
That's and so all of these people watching us, you suddenly circle around me, then you move, and suddenly there's someone else standing there.
We can
This
shuffle.
that's not suspicious.
Well, if we walk while we're walking in the
This is a-
crowd,
This
it's
is an horrible idea. Let's not.
Listen here, Ariel. You're being real negative, and I don't appreciate it.
There has to be a way out.
all right. Fine, we're just gonna fight the guards
That-
guarding the locked door, and we're gonna go through the damn locked door.
At this point, since you guys haven't necessarily been quiet, people are kind of listening in, and you can see some of them kind of begin whispering to others and just kind of pointing and looking at you guys.
Okay, well,
It's
we need to make a decision, guys, quick.
I mean, this is just ridiculous. There's nothing. We need to find someone who's going to be useful.
I mean, have we maybe tried asking the guards if
I-
we could go in?
That I tried to earlier and I was ignored.
Oh.
So
So how tall are the guards?
not the tallest, maybe like 5'10", like the tallest, and the other one's like 5'6".
So could maybe if we all try and intimidate them, or
Okay,
at least one of us.
if we're
try-
gonna fight, Lucian's gonna put his armor back on.
I
in
mean,
the
not
middle of a
necessarily
freaking
fighting.
casino.
If we're gonna go and get into a fight, Lucian is gonna have to strap up.
Oh,
Take
God,
10
this
minutes
is-
to put all your armor on.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm not saying necessarily fighting, just going up and just saying, "Let me in," just intimidate.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit at the bar and order a drink.
Okay. So you walk up and like, oh, it's you guys again. What do you guys need?
Just get me alcohol.
Your strongest one.
And he kind of
So, can Thane go up to the bar as well?
like, sure.
How much are lady favors?
Too much here, my friend. And I walk in.
As you guys kind of like walk into the bar, a tiefling with kind of like dark purplish skin and large kind of horns between mostly to the sides, not so much upwards. Um, with long black hair, kind of walks up to you guys, and you can take it away.
I forgot his name already. Hold on. Asura Delvor,
Asura.
at your service, my friends. I heard you need somewhere to go? Question mark?
We just want out of the city.
That I can do. Follow me, and I'm gonna lead them to the door that you told me about.
Okay. So you guys walk up to the guarded door, and there's two guards there. Kind of, they look at you guys, and they look at Asura here, and
I nod and kind of.
the taller male kind of like looks at, what do you want here?
Oh, we're only passing through, my friend. Don't mind us.
Into the prison?
What?
What do you even do down there?
Trust me, we're not gonna get in any trouble. We're just gonna pass right through. I'm still doing my background and stuff, so I can have the right proficiencies. Um, basically, I'm just gonna try to persuade them to like, just let us through. Like we're not gonna do anything wrong.
Make a
literally gonna
persuasion.
Pass straight through. I want to make sure I have the right thing because I'm pretty sure with this, I don't have persuasion of proficiency, but okay. Persuasion. Boop.
Yes.
Okay. He kind of looks at you and looks at the other one, and he kind of nods toward the shorter gentleman. It's like, Asura, I do not know what you do there. Just don't bring us any trouble. Are they coming with you?
Please, have I ever?
And they kind of
Actually, don't
think
answer
about
that.
it.
Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
And
Actually,
he kind of sighs like, just could you take my mom a chicken? Remember, she likes her stew.
yeah.
And he kind of like begins to unlock the door. It's like, no, all of you guys, I haven't seen you guys here before, but give us no trouble. If you guys follow this straight, you guys should make it out of the city. It should be a little abandoned town, and there should be a little village soon. I'm not exactly sure how long the travel is, but just stay safe out there. I've heard whimpers in that prison.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's a prison,
Perfect.
so makes sense. And I just walk
And
away.
as he say that, he's like,
Alright, thank
but
you.
it's abandoned. And you guys kind of begin heading down.
Okay.
Haven't you ever heard of ghosts?
So,
We
He kind
finally have
of like
someone
shudders,
useful.
like, oh.
so his mom is in prison.
No, his mom is presumably in that village. Not his prison, no.
Okay, so I don't realize that.
He said this is an abandoned prison.
Please make Ava actually say that. So your mom's in prison.
As Ava kind of walks through, she says it, and the guy is just kind of like, what?
Ava's sad, but Ava understands. And then she's just gonna like pat like his shoulder as if she, pities him. Yeah,
Your
pity.
Pat kind of just pushes him, and he like almost hits the actual stone wall. So what's gonna be the marching order?
Well, me in front, obviously, because I'm leading them.
Yeah.
I'll be near the back.
Okay.
I'll stay by Ava.
Yeah, Ava's cool being second.
Yeah, I'll stick close to everyone, but right behind.
Ava has no fear.
I guess Lucian will be in the front.
Thought Lucian
Okay.
was
Oh, well,
leading.
behind I forgot
Ariel?
his name. Ariel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in the back. Or
No, not Ariel, but in front of them,
Ava?
behind our tour guide, of
Oh,
this.
behind Grape.
You could be in the back too, so that we can have tanks in the front and back to protect.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Wait,
But-
I'm the only squishy, but to protect
Yeah.
me.
Mhm.
I'll go the very back and protect Ariel, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take front guard
Creep.
God.
behind the grape.
I mean,
And I will change you guys' maps. I can't make it, so I'm gonna switch you guys to maps. 1 and 2. There you go. And you guys should be able to see. If you guys can't see it, please let me know.
I can't see.
I see nothing.
You see nothing? Okay, I'll fix it.
I do have dark vision, so.
yeah.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
okay.
And Ava has, I believe, dark vision as well. Yeah.
So does Lucian.
So is it just pitch black in here since I'm the only one without dark vision?
There seems to be a torch just kind of nearby.
Okay, well I
Uh,
will brandish my club and cast light on it like a torch, just in case.
Okay. In that case, you'll have the light on you too. So
Like, if you need someone to lead you, you could always just, like, hang on to someone's coattails or something.
I believe it shines 30 feet radius, right?
I'll cast it for you and let you see. Here you go.
It's 20 feet.
20 feet
And
bright
then
and then
the
20
eight
feet
for-
dim.
Oh, okay. So it's 40.
40.
40 and 20. It starts dimming at 20. Sorry.
Yeah.
There you go. And everybody will be able to see your light as well.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Lucian still can't see.
Wait, really? Oh, they do not change your vision. Oh, I didn't push house light. There you go.
Yeah, now I can see.
Okay. So as you guys kind of begin walking down, and you guys can hear the door locking behind, and just kind of very loud, just echo through this chamber, and you can hear just kind of bugs here and there. It's just kind of like the skittering of perhaps rats. It's mostly dark and humid place. It seems to be kind of like still furnished. It has some like bedrolls here and there. They're mostly like torn and bit into from just like rats and mostly decay. There seems to be some barrels holding very moldy water that has just been just there for a long time since nobody really kind of tends to it. It's mostly kind of like, hey, this is the way out, and nobody really walks through here. Asura is kind of leading you guys, and who's the one that's able to see? I believe you guys are able to see something around this corner, or at least the ones that are ahead enough.
I can't see
Um,
anything.
I can see just the pathway up front.
Okay, in that case, Asura. I mean, Asura knows the way, but there seems to be a small hole in this direction. That kind of lets you guys see the exit, or more or less, quote unquote, the exit.
Oh, that little on the left right here.
Over here.
I see it.
Okay.
Can Thane stick his like torch in there? His light torch?
What do you mean?
Because I can't see it all in there.
You can't see?
No.
Oh, over there. Oh no, it seems to be another chamber essentially. You are able to see
where are
what
we
you-
heading, Tiefling?
Wait, Thane, you are able to see ahead of you, right?
Yeah, I can see just up
Okay.
to the stairs ahead.
And I'm a
Okay.
tiefling, so I have 60 feet of dark vision.
Oh, I didn't put that for you.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think so. I think it did.
I'm pretty sure he did, yeah. Yeah, he did.
Okay. Yeah. Alright.
I'm still getting my spells in order, so if we get into a fight, you have to give me a bit.
Yeah. Well, the three people in the front, Ava, Lucian, and Asura, make a perception.
Okay.
Uh-oh. I accidentally clicked off. Please just give me a second. I'm sorry. Oh, that was very Ava. Okay.
Hello.
The heck of the chamber.
Yep, those are the ghosts.
Okay.
What do you guys
Lucian
think?
is the only one able to hear this. He hears kind of like huffing and like puffing. It seems to be of a humanoid. Not necessarily able to call the. He doesn't necessarily know the race, of course. It just seems to be kind of more or less talking to someone. He can't really piece out what they're saying, but he hears someone. And where the sound is coming from is hard to tell since this chamber is kind of it all kind of like echoes through. And Asura, you've been in this location a lot of times. Like this is like your go-to exit
Yep.
to go out to the main villages since you're kind of being wanted by guards here and there from just like minor offenses. So where would you guys like to go? What would you guys like to do?
Before anything, Lucian's gonna start strapping his armor back on.
Okay.
So I guess we're gonna wait here for 10 minutes.
I guess so.
Well, I mean,
I think that's how long it takes to put heavy armor
It
on.
takes 10 minutes, yeah.
oh, by the way, I kind of heard something, guys. I don't know from where, but it sounded like someone was breathing really hard, kind of like creeper status.
Ooh, creepy.
Sorry, Ava out of shape.
Lucian like stops tying on one of his bracers and like pats Ava on the back. It's okay.
Okay. So you guys essentially you have a few minutes to talk if you guys want to do that.
Okay. So where are we going, Mr. Tiefling?
We're just going through this prison, just out a little farther that way. And we're gonna go to my hometown.
Where are you from?
It was never really named, honestly. It was just kind of
Well.
outside the city itself, so.
Well, do I have a special offer just for you?
You're not
Have
naming
you
my city.
heard of the benevolent goddess Shantea? She is just wonderful. If you haven't, you should hear about it. I'm
I
sure
don't
we
care
have a
about
long
your
way
god,
to the
shut up.
village. Well, how rude.
I serve my own, thank you.
And who is your god?
Well, it's not really a god. It's a. Well, it's more of a really powerful weapon.
Go on.
Nah, I'm not gonna go into specifics.
Okay. But I could go specifics about Shantea. Just saying.
I would rather you not.
Lucian's
Go
gonna
ahead.
look
Go
over.
ahead.
No.
I think we really should just get out of here. Is
Okay.
the town that this leads to, is that where we were supposed to be going? Is this where RC was leading us?
You guys have no idea.
Well, I mean, I asked him the name of the town, and I know the name.
It doesn't necessarily have a name. It's just kind of like a village town. Oh wait,
Okay, so
the
it's
other
not.
one.
So it's
Yeah, I
not.
wouldn't know the name, so.
So then I would know it's not.
Then yeah, you wouldn't know.
Okay.
This seems to be kind of just like an outskirt village. Not necessarily like a city. It's more or less a farming village.
Okay.
Hey, you guys know we left Rogar and the
Oh
other
no,
one
we
after
left.
too, right?
We
Heal
left.
too?
We left Twig and Lizard.
It's
Don't catch
okay. You know, Erisie's probably just getting in trouble, and Rogar's just probably just trying to get her out of it.
Yeah.
Well, you guys know her best, so
Sounds
hope
like
so.
some kind of motley crew.
They have a
At this
very-
point, Lucian just begins to just put the end pieces to his armor, and you guys now decide to begin walking forward.
Onward.
All right.
are we going forward or
Let's
going through
go.
that little crack?
So do you want to just keep walking up like 5 feet?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess
No,
that's
I
what we're
mean-
gonna do.
I assume you guys would walk the 30 feet.
Well, we're gonna
Okay.
move in
1,
formation, so
3,
it
4,
would be.
5. Yeah,
All right.
yeah. Surge throws caution to the wind and just starts walking. Like, basically just going like he's been through here 1,000 times, which he has.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay in formation and follow.
Okay. Once you guys get to the end of this corridor where you have the ability to turn left and right, you kind of hear
Okay, so we're
more prominently the three people who were leading, Asura, Ava, and Lucian. You guys can hear more or less a humanoid again, speaking common, and you guys can hear him just say, "It's gonna be okay, boy. It's okay. We left him behind. Just stay quiet."
Hey,
So I look at the tiefling.
who's in here?
And it's just silence.
I
I'm
heard you
going
talking
to-
about some boy who like.
Okay, I snap my fingers and a hawk appears on my shoulder.
Okay.
I snap my fingers and a Xion appears in my hand.
And Ava snaps her fingers and nothing appears.
Okay, I'm gonna have Bijou fly around. I don't know. You
The sound seems to be coming from one of these chambers, like the ones
Okay.
to the right.
I'll need a token for Bijou, I guess, but I'll have Bijou fly around.
Okay. I just for provisional token, I just put a second token of yours.
Okay, so I'll hold. I tell Thane, just like hold on to me for a second, make sure, because I can't see or hear anything when this happens. So I like hold on to his shoulder to steady myself, and then go
Mhm.
into. So I'm basically in
Seeing what
Bijou's body,
Bijou's is, yeah.
and I'm just gonna fly around. Just
So yeah, I
see
just
what
kind of
his
go
thing
a
is.
shade of white and just you kind of go into this trance.
So
Yeah.
Thane like moves his hand in front of Ariel's face to see if he like sees him.
Nope, no response.
No
I
response.
can't hear
Yeah.
or see you. I can only hear and see from Bijou. So I can't see anything like more here. I just see. Is there? It's even when I move my token back here, it's all black. Oh, now my token. I can't even move it because it's in the darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Now I saw you move it. Oh, I see it. Yeah, I still see. I see darkness anywhere. Anywhere below, like below here and
I might
above
have
here.
messed up the lighting. No, wait. Why does it look like that? You
This is
should
my vision.
be. Yeah. Maybe I messed up on that specific token. Give me a second.
Okay.
It should be 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Sorry. You
Okay.
should have vision now.
Yep.
Okay, yeah,
So
sorry
I'm
about that.
gonna Just go in here. Do I see any people as I'm flying through? Oh, I see people up here. So I assume they would see me in hawk form.
Yeah, they will see you in hot form. You can. I mean,
Okay.
would you like to make a stealth check, or would you just?
No, I'm just
Hawk.
flying in.
Okay.
So what do I see? It's a man and a lizard
It
looking
seems to
thing?
be so what you can see is it looks like a dwarf. However, its skin is almost a pale kind of gray. He has a very prominent just white beard, and he's carrying like this very heavy warhammer. His eyes just seem to be completely white as well. Uh, However, he is able to track your movement as he sees a hawk,
Okay. And as soon as
he kind of readies his warhammer.
Okay, and
And
what's this lizard
he,
type thing?
it seems to be. Make a perception check.
Okay, I do have advantage in hawk form on any perception check that relies on sight.
Yeah, the relies on sight.
Does the hawk
So
have dark vision?
I'll say yes.
yeah,
Okay.
I think they do.
I'll say yes. It's a hawk. They hunt at night
I'd
anyways.
have to double check,
Okay.
but they do hunt at night.
Tuki Tuki.
So 6. Okay.
It seems to be a small lizard, perhaps what's it called? A familiar. You can't really tell what it is.
Okay, so I snap my fingers and Bijou disappears and reappears on my shoulder, and I'm back to seeing from my own body.
Okay.
So let's see, just
I don't have anything to
just delete
open a
that
lock.
for now. And I tell everybody else there's a dwarf with a lizard in that room. There's. Would I have any idea what kind of like dwarf he is? What type of
Yeah,
substance or
you will
anything?
you will understand that this is a Duergar.
Okay, it's a dark dwarf, a dwargar, in there.
And now you guys
What do
can
you wanna
begin
do?
to hear his warhammer kind of begin dragging, kind of like dragging in this direction. You guys can just hear it, kind of the clinking of sometimes it gets caught on a rock and just kind of bounces, but it keeps on dragging.
Well,
Okay.
That's kind of inspirational, actually.
It's Jared.
What's up, my dudes?
Okay, so
Jared, hello.
Hello.
So I
Jared,
point out
we
to
missed your
everybody-
charisma.
He's over here.
What's wrong? Why do you need my charisma?
No, we were trying to
you-
talk to people. We
Hello,
couldn't.
you have my charisma now.
I don't know what your charisma is.
16.
Okay, I think his is still better.
Probably is because I
Excellent.
I used a basic stat array. I made this character in like 10 minutes.
I mean, we had Ava's charisma, and she's feeling really underappreciated right
Ava should be appreciated.
So before anything, as you guys kind of begin hearing this warhammer being dragged on the floor, you
As I
guys
hear
can
that, I'm
hear
just gonna cast armor back on myself.
okay. As you guys can hear, what's it called?
Our friend actually locked herself out of her car in the apartment.
Oh.
So we're gonna.
Oh well, that sucks. You guys can hear Rogar being essentially tossed down the stairs. He's still not necessarily incredibly tired, but he still hasn't had a long rest. So he gets kind of like tossed, and you guys can hear just the clinking of armor, and just Rogar kind of wincing in pain at the fact that he just hit the ground hard.
Oh, lizard!
I'll come over
However,
here.
Aresi doesn't seem to be with him.
I thought you were gonna have him just like run up to us, just run down like his arms.
I just, hi guys.
Hey guys, what I miss?
So rush over to Rogar to see if
Rogar.
he's okay.
We need to take care of that
I'm
dwarf as
back.
well.
It's like, you good boy?
My fucking back.
Do you need healing?
No, I'm fine. I have my own healing.
Okay, I help him up off the ground.
Okay. As you kind of help him up, now going down this set of stairs, now most of you guys can see him, is a Duergar, and seems to be behind him a black dragon wormling. It's small, it has its wings, it kind of spreads him, and you can see him flutter a little bit up. He seems to be injured.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that thing gotta die.
Can we
That,
see it?
that shouldn't be here.
So I was
Yeah.
very wrong, and I thought you were.
So are we rolling initiative?
I was very wrong, and I thought you were describing like
Well-
the old dwarf guy as looking like a lizard.
Okay.
My previous conspiracy theory, just don't pay attention to that, okay?
If you guys are going to fight, then roll for initiative.
I'm not gonna fight. I'm
Okay.
actually gonna kind of walk up
I'm
without my weapons
gonna-
drawn and ask to see if they're okay.
I'm gonna draw an arrow and knock it and get ready to shoot it, but I'm not going to quite yet.
Okay, so you're gonna ready an action or?
Yeah.
Or ready an attack?
Yep.
Under what circumstance would you attack?
If the dwarf or the wormling attacks any of
Okay.
us.
So,
Let me just cast a quick initiative right here.
so Ava's gonna be like really
That's a solid 9.
when she sees like, the lizard thing, and she's just gonna like keep looking between like Rogar and the lizard thing, like, I didn't know you had family.
Oh, that's awesome.
Technically, I don't anymore.
Oh,
Oof.
Ooh.
So Asura, you guys can see now behind you guys. As you guys weren't really paying attention, looking at this Duergar. Now you guys look back at Asura, and you guys can see this kind of glowing, misty armor, with a blue hue to it, kind of turquoise, almost going on turquoise, just armor on him that wasn't there before. And as he casts Armor of Agathis. And Lucian, you're not gonna attack for now, right?
No, I'm gonna like try to talk to him and see if they're okay.
I second that motion.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up next to wherever this guy is and just kind of stand there.
Okay. He's gonna like walk up to what's it called, to Lucian, and the wormling staying behind. And he's gonna look at you. And would you say that like are you guys okay?
Yeah, he's gonna be like, I heard moaning. Are you two all right? And like with his hands up and like showing that he's not a threat.
He's gonna look at you, just kind of straight in the eyes, and his voice just kind of begins to get a little bit rougher as you see his muscles begin to kind of like expand. And he says, "Do we look all right?" And he's gonna swing his warhammer.
Well, that's just
Okay, well, I'm
that's just
shooting him.
rude.
He's a hit.
Where's
He doesn't hit?
my,
No.
Okay.
So as he
then,
kind of like swings at you, it just hits the wall, and you can see after the shock at the wall, a energy just kind of seems to pulsate, and a big chunk of the wall kind of explodes of just like force, kind of
Okay,
it hits. like it hits, and then it hits again, and there's like kind of like a hole now in the wall,
Ooh.
and
Okay.
he's gonna
I
roll
have my
initiative.
attack of opportunity.
Yeah, go for
Or
attack.
not of opportunity, but my prepared.
Yeah, it's just your save
we're gonna
attack.
kill him.
20 to
Wait,
hit.
wait.
Wait.
Let's try to talk this out.
Yeah.
Well, wait, since I just joined, can I have some like clarification what's going on? Because I'm kind of lost.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
You guys were at the casino. The Hourman was actually there. The Hourman is one of the kingpins in the whole syndicate.
Okay.
Kind of like underground criminal empire. You guys were kind of like looking about, and you guys just kept attracting attention to you guys, which you guys do not have like the mark of the syndicate. So you guys were kind of being essentially forced to leave. You guys then luckily found Asura here, which basically, without much issue, told you guys like, "Oh, just come with me. Like I know the way out," and he knew the guards personally, so you guys were able to get out. On the other hand, Aresi and the Hourman were kind of like they went into an office. You, Rogar, were trying to like catch up to Aresi, but however, the crowd was just too much. It was hard to move through everyone, and ultimately you just got tossed out of this location.
Okay.
You do not know how. You just felt people begin to grab you, and the door just got unlocked in front of you, and you were tossed.
Okay. And
Go for it.
this dwarf, what's up with dwarf?
This dwarf, he just seems to be. This is supposed to be an abandoned prison that leads to the outskirts of the city. You guys have no idea why this dwarf is here. Asura himself doesn't know. He has this black dragon wormling next to him that seems to be a little bit hurt.
Awesome.
He has a little bit of trouble flying, and that's all you guys know for now.
I know exactly when it's my turn. I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Since I'm in front, can I like jump in front of the arrow and take the hit of this arrow?
I don't think that's how it works.
We can give him cover.
Well, because
You're
I'm standing
following
in
the
front of him,
dwarf.
technically.
Let me see. Let me see. He has a. No, it's still hit. There's like no way like you could actually like step in front of it. So as you kind of try to block it, the arrow just kind of as you hear kind of like the whip of the bow, you attempt to try and block this arrow, and it misses your armor just slightly, and it hits this guy like right in the shoulder, and he just takes the arrow like a champ.
All right. May I
And,
cast a spell on him?
Is it
I
your
don't-
turn?
Did you roll
I don't
initiative?
know.
Rolling for initiative.
I forgot. I thought we were doing like free action initiatives. Sorry. Because I thought you said roll initiative if you want to fight, and I was going to do like the free action.
Well, he's fighting, so he rolled for
Sorry.
initiative. Ava, your turn. What would you like to do?
Can Ava just, bum rushing? Just straight on, take him down, football style.
Oh, that's what I'm doing.
You gonna rage?
Ooh, should I rage?
I don't know. Are you rageful?
Probably.
Are you mad?
You
no,
mad, bro?
Ava's pretty chill right now. She just wants to take the little man down.
Okay, in that case, roll. You're gonna bum rush him and try to knock him prone.
Just knock him over, like
Just a little push. Little push.
yeah.
Okay, in that case, make an athletic roll as you rush up to him.
An athletic.
Yes,
Oof.
against his athletics, which should be hopefully higher. Yeah.
Okay.
As you kind of like rush up and kind of push Thane and then Lucian out of the way, and you attempt to just push him down, you're met with he drops his warhammer, and he kind of grabs at your hands too, and he just takes a blow. He just gets hit by it, and does not knock prone. However, his warhammer is on the floor.
So essentially, he like used his hands to block Ava's hands, right?
Yeah.
So they're holding hands, aw.
I love Ava.
Yes. Okay. You just have your bonus action if you would like to do something with it. You already used your movement.
Wait, I can do something else?
You can use your bonus action.
That's usually just a rage.
Yeah, for you, it's usually yours rage.
I don't want to use my rage yet. I'm okay. right
Okay. In that case, Lucian, it is your turn.
Lucian is gonna slide. Oh wait, gotta
Pick
grab
that
it.
warhammer up.
Slide here, and I don't think Lucian can pick up that warhammer.
No,
Um,
what? Do you not have high enough strength?
I might be able to. I guess I'll try to pick up the warhammer. Oh,
You
no.
pick it up. It's fairly easy to pick up. It doesn't. It's actually, though it looks heavy, it's fairly easy to pick up.
Is it? Alright, I'm gonna like pick it up and try to like peace, brother, peace. I'm a paladin of Thorn. These are my comrades. There's no need to fight.
Psst, kill the dragon.
Make a perception. I mean, make a little.
Persuasion.
Yes.
Don't kill the dragon.
I said heal the dragon.
Oh, heal the dragon.
He's hurt.
I said to kill the dragon.
I mean, if things go south, you could probably turn the dragon into like, I don't know.
He looks at you and he does not care.
Holy shit.
Don't worry, I'm on this. Charisma boy on the way.
I'm gonna like run away with this hammer. So that was like 10 movement there. So
Yeah, that was 10 feet. So 20 back.
yeah, I'm gonna move 20 back. And just hold this hammer.
Okay. All right. In that case, Aria, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter
Oh God.
What?
on this dude. So let me see. Would it be
You fucking what, mate?
okay, cast spell. So he has to make a wisdom saving throw. DC 13.
Oh, let's go. Okay.
That's wait.
Wisdom save, right?
8.
No.
So he bursts out laughing and falls prone and just laughs his ass off.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Tee.
He just begins laughing. He lets go of Ava's hands, and Ava, you can see a little bit of disappointment in her eyes. And as he just drops prone and just begins to laugh, the dragon kind of begins to circulating him and just kind of like goes around his neck. Not like choking wise. He just kind of like rests there and trying to keep him calm.
Fuck yeah.
Wait, how long does that spell last?
1 minute. Every
Doesn't he
time
make
you
saves
hurt
when
him.
he takes damage though?
Yeah, every time
Yeah,
he takes damage.
another
makes him
save
save.
whenever he takes damage or at the end of his turns.
Okay.
Hello. Okay. When you stop your movement and your bonus action, if you want to use it. If not, then Thing, it will be your turn.
I'll just
Okay.
leave it at that.
I will, since the dragon is right around his neck, right
Mhm.
there. I want to offer him the bigger berry of my good berries to heal the dragon and feed him at the same time. By 4 points.
Okay.
You're really
Um,
healing this dude? What?
No, the dragon.
That's what I mean.
Dragons
dragon
are
does-
cute and they're living.
That's an abomination. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're an abomination.
I'm gonna look at him like he just murdered my mother.
I'm gonna
And
look
just be
at him back like he just kissed my father.
Hey, nothing's wrong with being gay.
jokes on you. I might be into that.
Joke's on you. He might be into that.
What?
Okay, let's get
I
back
think
on
I'm a
track.
little hard right now.
Okay, the dragon just eats it. Like upon seeing food, he just eats it, and the Dorger just seems to be still laughing.
Can I just say Ava's really sad right now? Like she lost love, she lost the chance to eat that berry. Like man, it's going downhill fast.
Ava, I've got more berries with your name on them.
There's one right next to him.
Ava won it all.
I can make more.
She doesn't understand this concept.
Okay. In that case, Rogard, it is your turn.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Wait, who has the higher dex mod?
Oh, that would be you actually, Surreal. Wait.
Wait,
Either one of you guys can choose to go.
Well, I have a -2 dex, so.
I have a 1 dex, so I'll go first. I'm basically just gonna I'm gonna go and use my Hexblade's curse, and this guy's just gonna get like all like enveloped in shadow and shit.
Okay. You're gonna cast that on him.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna kind of just be like, you guys care too much, and then just smack him with my Gion.
Oh,
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Roll for attack.
You
Someone
have
kill the tiefling.
advantage. Wait, actually, isn't it? It's an auto crit because he's incapacitated. You auto crit on it.
Well, it's with advantage. If they're melee, it's advantage. Which I mean, that would
Wait,
definitely
they're
hit. Plus it hits.
incapacitated.
Because he's cursed by my Hexblade, that 19 is a crit.
Yeah. So
Wait,
roll an extra 1d. No, it's not a 1d10.
No,
it's a
wait,
what-
no,
1d.
never mind. It has to be a natural 19.
That's not natural 19.
Yeah, it has to be a
Oh,
natural 19. That was
five, yeah.
14. Never mind. Never mind.
Okay. Well, I mean that definitely hits. So even though he's moving and screaming on the floor, you just take out your Gion and you just kind of smack him down with it, and just slaps a pretty good chunk
Oh,
of his
he-
arm
He also takes 2 extra points of damage because he gets
of the hex.
yeah, the hex.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 12 points plus original 8, I believe, from the arrow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is an auto crit. If it hits, it's an auto crit. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature,
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know.
since he's
Um,
incapacitated.
I'm just gonna roll that one extra 1d8 that it would have added then. That's an extra 3 damage.
So that's 15 points in total.
Yeah.
15 points plus for the original 8 for the what's it called, the arrow.
And he
Alright.
has to make a save, right? Because when he takes damage, yeah.
He will take his wisdom save right now. Wisdom save. Nope.
No, he's still.
He kind of winces in pain, but then just suddenly begins to burst in laughter again. Rogar, it is your turn.
So I got 3 levels of exhaustion still, so my movement's still.
no, you got some of that. You got rid of that.
I got rid
You
of
got
that.
rid of that, yeah. For brevity's sake, you guys got rid of that. You guys rested well enough.
So I only have 2 points exhaustion now.
No, we eliminated them for a bit.
Oh, nice. I appreciate that. So I'm gonna move. Like,
Rogar, help me
yeah,
help this guy not die.
yeah, I'm on that.
Like destroy
So-
the tiefling.
I'm gonna.
What?
Is this gonna be another vampire thing?
This is gonna be another vampire
no,
thing.
You need me. You need me. You need me. You need me.
I'm gonna put my hand on the tiefling and say, "My dear friend, we are not in the business of killing him right now. He could help us. Will you agree with me not to kill him?"
Don't you see that he does not have a mind? He is literally like mindless right now. Like,
He might be mindless, but that only will last for so long. And I have ways of making him tell the truth, if that is so be. So just let him live and let us ask him some questions. That's all I ask.
fine. You guys care way too much.
Hey, I don't have to roll persuasion.
Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll that persuasion. Roll
No,
that
no, you
persuasion.
already agreed. You already agreed.
You
Yeah.
already agreed.
Damn it.
Okay. I mean, use your action to talk to the tiefling. So, well, actually,
Uh,
since it didn't require a roll, you still have your action. I'll give you
Uh,
that one.
may I? Who casted the
Hideous laughter.
Yeah, hideous laughter.
That was me.
Ariel.
Yeah, Rosario.
Can you? So that lasts for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Can you get rid of that by? Can you like just get rid of that,
If I
or
want
does
to.
that have, if you want to?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just asking. So because I have a spell that can allow me to him to tell the truth and have to talk to us.
We should restrain him first.
I agree with
If
that.
that's the case.
I don't know if I have rope though.
I'll look in my
Somebody has
inventory.
to.
Yeah, let me look at my inventory. So if I
Who
do,
needs rope when you have Ava's arms?
Ooh.
Oh.
do we-
Ava's just trying to hug him at this point.
I would like to look at Ava. She says like, will you restrain the man by hugging him?
Can Ava just like pick him
I
up?
think it's
like a
better if
rope?
we tie him up, and then
I don't have
also
any rope, but we work on the rope.
I don't have rope.
nobody here has rope.
Let me see.
Let me check my background. See if it actually does give me rope.
If you have an explorer's kit, you have rope.
I don't.
Does really nobody have rope?
Wait, I'm about to check. Uniform.
Nobody has an explorer's pack.
Hey, I took the priest pack.
Oh,
Nope.
Yeah, I got the
have
priest
rope.
too.
Yeah, I have
Does
Oh,
Warlock
you have rope, Ava?
Warlock get it?
I mean, Ava has rope, but does she want to use it?
Ava,
Yeah.
please.
Hey, she might be, really into holding him like a little baby.
You can do both.
Yeah, you can do both, and then he can't struggle, and then he has to love you.
You put him in a timeout burrito.
Okay. All right. So Ava will take out the rope out of like her, her backpack, like, and I guess she'll just throw it down to Rogar or
Okay.
something. I don't know. Ava
Okay.
doesn't know how to tie. She doesn't wear shoes with.
Ava just thinks it's pretty.
Yeah.
And I will use my action to tie him up, or my bonus action to tie him up, or whichever one I will use.
Your action, but essentially you just tie him up.
Alright.
He's still kind of like moving and trashing about. He's still like under the hideous laughter.
Okay.
But what they call the yeah, you tie him up.
Nice.
He's currently restrained, and that will be his turn. So
Okay. It's
let
the
me see if
dragon's
he
turn.
he will make what's it called a wisdom save, and he makes
There
it.
you go.
Okay.
I
After
was
being
gonna drop it
restrained-
anyway since he's tied up. So
Yeah, after being restrained, he just you can see just his like large smile that he used to have just kind of goes back to a frown. And Lucian, make a strength saving throw.
Oh lord. He's about to pull a Thor.
Wait, what's up?
Hey.
Hey.
Okay.
Could have been.
My charger's stuck on something. You feel the hammer, the warhammer, begin to tug at you, and then
Oh, it's a
suddenly,
sweet Warhammer.
it just rushes up, and you barely hold it on. It's kind of like dragging you by the feet, like you can just begin to get dragged slowly.
That's.
But then the hammer just kind of essentially gets tired, and it falls again on the ground.
Wait, was it dragging him to like back towards the Durgar?
Yeah, back towards the Duergar.
We
So-
kill him. Someone keeps the hammer.
Oh.
That's
We're
the
not
only
killing
incentive
him.
we have. I say we take it.
We are not
No.
killing him.
No,
You have 3
because you won't be able
paladins. You have 3 paladins here. We are not killing him.
2 paladins and a cleric.
Yeah, okay, 2 paladins and a cleric.
Which, if you ask me, clerics are more devout. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm just saying, if he's not dead, no one's gonna get that hammer.
Okay, well, we don't believe in death.
yeah.
I do.
Ava
That's-
does.
Can you?
You already agreed.
No, can you guys just like walk over there and just turn around for like 5 seconds?
No.
I think
You
this is
agree to
another
leave.
vampire slang session.
And for the record, he kind of starts getting burned, and he takes what's my charisma mod? What's my charisma mod? What's my fucking charisma mod?
You guys in 3.
Yeah, 3. He takes 3 fire damage.
Who does?
The Durgar.
Why?
Is it your turn?
Wait, are we still doing turns or what?
Well, essentially, you guys are out of combat right now, but
Okay.
Okay, because then we're doing this. That's one of my Eldritch invocations.
You
Takes
didn't.
fire damage equal to your charisma mod.
okay. So it just suddenly you guys can just see fire kind of just spark on the Duergar, and he kind of winces in pain and just kind of like looks at you guys like, who the hell's doing this?
So every
Um,
6 seconds, that's gonna happen.
Someone needs to kill this
Ava.
damn tiefling.
You guys don't know that. You guys don't know that.
The only one
He's
here who's
taking fire.
attacked him. The only one who's here who's attacked him is you. So we
And
have
no
an
one here that
idea.
he was fired.
Listen, I'm not doing anything to him. I don't know what you.
Can I roll an insight check against that?
Yeah,
I'm
same.
just fucking lying through my teeth.
Me too.
I mean, it's clearly noticeable that he's the one.
We know.
Okay, we.
God damn it.
You're.
All right,
You
fine.
guys- you guys
I
have
just spelled
been
the
with each
curse.
other like a long time to know
Wait,
that
can
you
I
guys
even
don't
do
have
that?
any abilities of this manner.
Wait, can I even do that real quick? Can I?
Can you do what?
The curse ends early only if the target dies, you die, or I'm incapacitated.
Someone incapacitate this damn fucking tiefling. Ava, take care
Yeah,
of
it's
him.
Hideous laughter. No, I'm kidding.
So I mean, you're using it as a bonus action. It's not like a constant thing. Like you can choose to do this. as a
Oh,
bonus
okay.
action. So you can basically not burn him or burn him. That is on your behalf every 6.
Okay, they don't have to know that though.
Okay, I want to lock eyes with the grape.
Why do my
And-
characters always get murdered, man? I don't...
No, I'm not trying to murder you. Just hold up. Give me a sec. And I make my club like glow and shimmer with energy, just to like threaten him.
Well, in that case,
I ran.
I'm gonna look back at him, and then cast this.
My dick.
So I read the
Okay. So you guys just threatening each other with your weapons. On the other hand, the Duergar, you guys can now hear the what's it called? The rope begins to stretch and stretch as his form begins to increase
Enlarge.
Oh, shit.
and enlarge,
Yep. Durgar.
and he bursts the rope.
May I cast something on him? As he's
Is
doing
Ava holding him, or wasn't Ava gonna be holding him?
Ava, were you
No,
gonna hold him?
No, we tied him up.
I believe they just tied him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then she held him while he was tied up.
In that case, Ava, did you Ava or no?
she didn't get a chance to yet, but she wanted to hold him like a little baby.
In that case, you're just behind him.
Yeah.
Okay, so he bursts the rope. He just just bursts it in half. Lucian, make another
Ah,
strength check.
goddamn.
He's just really trying to drag this hammer somewhere.
He just wants it back.
The hammer from the floor, as you kind of just grabbed it by essentially the head of the hammer, the point or the handle kind of begins lifting up slowly, and it begins dragging you again, and you hit Rogar, and then you lose grip of the hammer. In which he just grabs it with one hand, he kind of swings it back, and
Fine, it's obvious this guy's not friendly.
you see him kind of like twist the hammer, and there's this kind of faint glow that the hammer had with the gems kind of encrusted in it fades as the hammer just kind of like becomes heavy, and it kind of falls down with a large thud.
Wait, like in the Dorgar's hands or like in front of the door?
Yeah, it is kind of falls heavy on the Dorgar's hands, and his body kind of begins going smaller again.
What?
I would like to go up to Durgar and say, "Sir, we mean you no harm. We are just trying to get through this passageway. If there's any way we can help, please, I will more than gladly be assistance if I can."
He looks at you guys, him being like essentially outnumbered by a lot, and he kind of grabs the wormling and he kind of like scratches its beard, the wormling's beard, and he kind of looks at things like, "Thank you for that. But
It was my pleasure. I love dragons.
you guys cannot help here."
Wait, quick question. Is
Yes.
that what color is the dragon?
Black.
It's evil. It's evil. Kill it.
Don't make me cast a spell on you.
Listen, it's chromatic. That's just what it. That's just how it goes, man.
Whoa, judgy much?
Whoa, yeah, that's a little racism. Does that dragon look?
What
evil?
about?
I mean, you're a tiefling, and tieflings are normally evil.
I'm neutral. That's the difference.
Maybe he's neutral.
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know me.
Okay, he kind of like scratches at the dragon. The dragon just kind of like very happily kind of like gets scratched, but you guys can see that it's essentially the babies of dragons right now. He doesn't necessarily know, and what you guys can basically remember and recollect from previous tales, it only knows draconic.
Can I offer a berry to it again and to Ava at the same time?
Both of them,
Yeah.
Wait, did you just
How
say the
many
dragon knows
berries do you
Draconic?
it can understand draconic. Yeah, it may or may not be able to speak it.
I would like to say, "How are you, friend?" in Draconic.
As soon as you begin speaking draconic, the wormling kind of like perks up his head and like looks at you, kind of like locks eyes with you. And the Durgar looks at Rogar here, and in draconic says, "He's been hurt. It's been a long day out there. We were looking for safety. But you can tell she's
Well,
a
in that
blood
case, well, in that case, I sheath my sword.
Well, you don't understand. You don't understand. He's speaking in Draconic to me.
The
Do you
dwarf?
speak draconic?
No.
No.
That's
No,
what you just said.
Wait, is
Actually,
the
hold on.
dwar-
Actually,
oh, the dwarf is
I-
speaking Draconic. Okay.
Yeah, the Durgar is speaking draconic to Rogar.
Okay. Well,
Oh,
I
okay.
understand, but
You understand?
yeah, I speak Draconic.
Okay. Well, then you understand, and you just kind of like listening in.
Yeah, I'm just listening. But
I would like to make my hands shimmer with lay of hands and cure wounds and say, "Do you need healing or do you need disease curing? I can help in either way." And this is in common.
That's a comment.
That's in common.
He kind of looks at you, and again, draconic, just continuing draconic. It's fine. I do not need a healing, but my friend here does. And he just like looks at Ariel, and he kind of like snaps the arrow that was still stuck on his shoulder. He just throws it on the ground, and
I'm pretending like I don't understand Draconic, but I'm listening.
I'm going to cast 10 points of lay on hands on the dragon.
you can see the dragon seems to be a little bit more, I guess, quote unquote, healthy. It seems to be a little bit more active. However, you can see a tear in its wings that it's not curing itself. And you can see a large kind of like scar across its essentially throat going down towards its torso that is still kind of there. And he kind of looks at Rogar and now kind of like walking back a little bit away from you guys. And he Let me check something actually.
Isn't lay on hands supposed to cure like diseases and stuff too?
Yeah, but I
If
have
there's
to
any.
choose.
Yeah, it has to be
Okay.
one or the other.
I have to say, yeah, I want to do it for disease or I want to do it for
So then
Yeah.
hit points.
you healed
but
it,
it-
or you did disease.
I did 10 points of healing wounds.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to waste one of my only 2 spell slots for cure wounds.
Yeah, yeah. Understandable.
I'm looking at something real quick. Sorry. Dun, 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 dun.
So
So
Koala, is he still
Our
like
surge
hurt?
kind of
The dragon seems to be. Well, you guys can tell he seems to be kind of permanently hurt.
Oh,
Like I said, he has like a torn wing, kind of like imagine like like a wing with like a leathery wing, and it has a kind of like a hole in the middle.
So
And
essentially, you
kinda,
would need like regeneration or something to heal it.
possibly yes.
Or just lots of
or
time.
that'll like greater restoration because that stuff kind of restores arms.
Mhm.
Well, not. Well, actually, what is the?
No, it doesn't.
I'm
Pretty
trying
sure
to
it
think of a
does.
spell that does restore arms.
Regeneration does it too.
Okay, yeah.
But I think greater restoration does too.
You imbue a creature you touch with positive energy to undo a debilitating effect. You can reduce the target's exhaustion level by 1, or end one of the following effects on the target. One effect that's charmed or petrified. One curse, including the target's attunement to a cursed magic item, and your reduction to one of the target's ability scores, or one effect for reducing target's yeah, no, never mind.
Yeah, only regenerate. It's a 7th level spell though, so
That's a long way off.
no. Yeah, you're not
Um,
even gonna get that as a paladin ever. So
Oh, as a cleric, you do.
yeah, as
it's
a cleric you will.
Oh.
At level 13 you can have it, but
Pray Shantea.
He kind of looks at a what's it called a Brogar and again in Draconic he says his acid shock, it was brutally taken off. He is just about a year old. I was trying to take care of him in the Underdark, but raids came in and we had to leave.
Who
The
came
surge
in?
kind of sheaths the sword and just starts walking this way, not even caring anymore.
yeah, I think we just need to go on our way. Let this dwarf.
Well, first, I'm
Care
sitting
of
my
himself.
happy ass right here until I get my stuff back. So that would be a short. So by necessity, I need to do a short rest.
So could like Ava just kind of inspect like the dragon's injury and then just like spit in her hand and wipe it on it and be like, Ava, heal. She
Sure.
wants to try and help. She can't really do anything right now.
The dragon, upon feeling this kind of way, knows that dragons, or the black dragons, sorry, they usually kind of reside in swamps and very humid locations, and they're mostly amphibious. He kind of like rubs against the spit.
I'm gonna tap Ava on the shoulder and be like, good job, Ava. I appreciate what you're doing here. Keep it up.
Thank you.
But not
Ava needs positive reinforcement.
That was a big word for Eva.
It wasn't.
Oh no, she didn't say that. She doesn't know what that word means. No.
Okay, I guess
Or she's like a
What
parrot.
is her intelligence score? Jesus.
No,
It's
she's
like
intelligent in
12.
other things. She's intelligent in other things, not necessarily social interactions or language.
I mean, who needs intelligence when you have those guns, though? You know. Just-
okay. So I just kind of sit down, slumped against the wall, and pull out a book, and I'm just reading.
Okay.
I just want out of here.
The surge kind of focuses on his yawn.
Okay. So the Duber is like, "Well, I guess our business here is done. We will not cause any trouble."
Do you know these tunnels very well?
He kind of looks at you and he nods no.
Okay.
I do. Dumbass. Why is he-
Good for you, fucker.
I will end you and your dragon. Shut up.
Whoa.
Try me, devil. And then he kind of like lifts up his hand, and the warhammer just magically kind of like goes up on it with no effort.
There's a reason you're in the Underdark, shorty.
Can I whisper to the Durger?
Durger.
The Doger.
Yeah, the Duergar, yes.
Dugar, whatever. And I'm like, hey, can you do that to my club too? Is that like a thing? Or
He kind of looks at you, he's like, no, this is a magical hammer. Don't you know what these are?
yeah, I don't know how to do it though.
I'm pretty sure all Duergar hammers do that. If I'm not mistaken.
No, they
I
shouldn't.
don't
Okay,
think
yeah,
so,
no.
but
Yeah, like, no, they shouldn't.
no.
No, I was about to say because like I've seen a lot of that in Critical Role, but I'm not sure if that was like a Duergar weapon or not.
Now it's canon.
Okay. So what you guys like to do?
Follow the tiefling, I guess. Follow
which-
old grape.
Before we follow, I would like
Which I'm sitting on my happy ass for a short rest.
I would like to go over to the tiefling and say, I do not believe we've met, and we kind of started on wrong terms. I am Rogar Boardhand the Boardhand.
Don't care.
Wonderful. Have you heard of Thorm?
What is with you and your gods? Oh God.
So are we short resting here?
Are you guys short resting?
Yes,
I'm asking everyone else.
because I need my stuff back, and I'm the guide, so they can't really go anywhere without me.
I guess so.
And then you guys are short resting.
Okay.
We're not
Getting all
leaving
my stuff back.
the Duggar, are we?
Yeah,
What's
we're
up?
just letting him be.
Yeah, like he walks up to the same kind of like area that he was found in, but now you guys can hear the hammer hitting against one of the walls, and like I said, like it hits once, and then like a little mini explosion of just force energy hits it again, and he seems to be creating his own tunnel.
I mean,
I look up at Ava, and I say, Ava, are you sure you don't want that hammer?
Ava, what? She's just gonna kind of like be looking back at the hammer and the little Duggar guy, like, which one does she want?
Okay, so I get a spell slot back. Yay!
I get
I
it.
get
Arcane
all my
recovery.
spell slots back. Yay!
I thought you only got back on. Well, I know Warlock's getting back on short rest, but I think everything else gets on long rest, right?
No, I have arcane recovery. It's a wizard.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
It's
get,
a wizard thing.
I can't recover all of them, but I can only get one at my level, sadly.
Oh, no, like, see, the allure for warlocks is the fact that they have like recoverable spell slots over short rests, but they only have 2 spell slots at second level,
Yeah.
and they're
Well,
only level 1. You're restricted to level 1 with 2 spell slots.
well, yeah. Well,
Oh, yeah.
our level, I only have 3 spell slots, and they're all
I only have
level 1.
I only have one spell
Yeah.
slot. Feels
But
bad.
that's because paladins are half casters,
Just
Yeah.
shut up.
Warlocks are full casters, but they have like
but they have less spell slots because they're yeah.
For balancing reasons.
Yeah.
You also
Yeah.
have invocations and your
Yeah,
and you
that-
get
yeah, that-
fucking
yeah, that's
Eldritch-
another big
Eldritch
thing, too.
Blast, and which is crazy.
yeah,
But yeah, okay, so we short rest.
So you guys take an hour, or at least an hour, to just gather yourselves, and throughout this hour, you guys just gonna hear the constant
Thud.
hammering. Yeah, the constant thud of
Thud.
just like mini explosions.
Yeah, but throughout the rest, Asur is just staring at Jean the entire time.
And I'm just doing some light reading while I rest.
Okay.
I will try to convince both the paladins to join Shantea that whole hour.
I would like to convince him to join Thorm.
Yeah, Lucian
So we
will
have-
Lucian will team up with Rogar.
With Rogar,
Yeah.
So we politely debate for an hour.
Yes,
you guys have a polite debate about
polite.
gods.
During that hour, Ava would just like to pull out, you know, the finger and just kind of think about life a little bit.
You guys can
Do I wanna know?
occasionally. You guys
Wait,
can occasionally
Rogar
hear. You guys can hear the Duergar kind of like, oh, they're still talking. In the back.
Yeah, we are. So what?
Shut up, devil.
Shut up, shorty.
And just like the constant dun, dun. And the hour passes, and
And
Well,
okay.
And this is why I believe Thorm is the best. Anyway.
Anyway, let's head on out. Asura, how do we get out of here?
Shantae, guide us. Also, Devil Man.
so did the Doger guy? Did he already leave?
the door guy.
Yeah.
He's in like the room here.
Yeah,
for
he's
the
like
record-
down there.
No, for the record, Durgard are stupid powerful because they can enlarge and go invisible.
Yeah.
And they can shrink, I think, too, right?
No,
They should.
they can only enlarge.
Really?
No.
I thought they could shrink.
No, they can only enlarge.
Can
Okay.
before they leave, can
Hey.
Ava just yell out, like, "Ava, we'll see you later,"
To the Warhammer.
to the Doger guy, and maybe to the Warhammer. Yeah. So
Okay.
Hey, before we leave,
Uh,
can I run over to the Durgar and give him a berry so that he's sustained for 24 hours?
As you go into the room, now you see a large tunnel expanding like over 50 feet. And you kind of call to him at the beginning of the tunnel. And it's a little bit too dark for you to see. You can barely just make out images. And no answer to you.
Can I go in the tunnel then?
Do you want to?
We should.
I say no.
Yeah.
I say yes.
Let's just go out.
I
you
say
could just set the berry down on the floor.
I don't want to set
I'm
berry
literally just
down.
mapping this out in my head because this character's supposed to know where to go. So
So can I go down the tunnel a little bit, see if I can see him with my light?
no,
Sure, you go a little
Asura's
bit.
not actually doing this. I'm legit just doing this for my own sake of actually knowing where I'm going.
Yeah, you walk up a little bit, and there seems to be nothing.
Wait, so he's gone? He's not in the tunnel anymore?
He seems to be gone.
Oh, he's invisible? Hey, turn uninvisible.
Do you know that Durgar can turn invisible? Like
I
you
don't know,
said
do
to
I?
us?
Make an intelligence check, just an intelligence check, normal. And unskilled.
Oh, do unskilled.
So we just came from here, right?
It should be under your skills.
Oh, I see one.
Like we just came out of all the way down here, right?
Nope.
Nope. You have no idea.
Came out from.
You think he's just gone?
He just
No.
disappeared.
Okay, I'll go back to the party then.
You believe him to be a ghost.
Ooh.
I kind of cuddle up really close to Lucian because I'm a little scared.
Oh, I see how it is. Go to Lucian, not Rogar, the fucking giant ass goddamn fucking dragon boy. I don't need your shit.
Yeah, but you're kind of scaly and prickly. I imagine you like a
Yeah.
bearded dragon.
I'm offended. I'm just gonna start just kind of spearheading and walk behind the tiefling.
I didn't say that to you.
No. By the way, I don't see a definite exit besides the way we just came in. So if you could point that out to me, that'd be great.
It's here. It's it's a cave entrance basically.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna lead them to said cave entrance if you can point that out to me.
Okay.
It's over here. I'll place you.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
follow
It's
me.
all out there. Alright,
disappeared.
How do I? Can't move over there.
I'll move you guys if you guys want me to.
No, I
Yeah.
got it. I found the tiefling.
Okay. So you guys begin to follow Tiefling from corner to corner, and just this person is it's large, but not like annoyingly large. You guys can walk through each corridor fairly easy, and then you guys find an entrance, or rather exit, as you guys can feel a little bit of breeze coming in. It may be just the moisture, the change in like scenery, as this large kind of tunnel expands for a good amount of time, and then is covered by moss and critters here and there. They just begin to like swarm about, and you guys begin to follow it.
Okay.
Make a survival check. Sura.
Okay. Thank God it's not intelligence, because that's not my thing.
Neither is mine. Don't worry about
Advantage gonna know this place? Please?
No.
Oh God.
As you guys kind of begin walking, now this tunnel is actually merging with the city's sewage system. And as you guys kind of take a couple of turns, you guys begin to notice that these seems to be more a well-established sewer system, and that you guys have been traveling for approximately an hour into this location, which is entirely the opposite way that you guys were supposed to.
Wait,
So you guys begin to trail back.
Fuck.
So you guys begin to trail back and find again this tunnel, and now
Seem right.
notice that it's mostly dirt and a little bit of essentially cement. And drifting away from the city, you guys assume that the less cement or establishments will be like that.
Ah, here it is. There we go. This is our way.
So you guys begin to now follow this large corridor with just some couple of twists and turns, some holes to the side there that you guys can see just giant rats kind of begin skittering into, trying to hide from the light that you guys are emanating and just the noise.
Oh yeah, Rogar.
Yeah, what's up?
I forgot to give you a berry earlier.
It's all good, my Domi.
No, but it will feed you for 24 hours.
Well, if you would like, I will take it from you then, my good
Okay.
friend.
I hand him a berry,
But it's
and I
covered in
also
sewage.
hand Grape a berry.
What's a grape berry?
No, I hand Grape a berry.
Can you stop calling me Grape? I have a name.
Devil.
I'm sorry, Ava wants to use Grape, so we use Grape.
Last time I checked, the half orc doesn't dictate my name.
What is your name, by the way,
Ava
Tiefling?
name you.
Asura.
Asura, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Well, Asura Grape, do you want a berry?
Stop calling me Grape. I take the berry and throw it back in his face.
I catch it with my mouth.
Roll for that. I mean, come on. That's just. You can't...
Make
God,
an
make him roll.
throw.
Makes a dexterity saving
A
throw.
dexterity saving throw.
Natural one, him and right in the face.
Yeah, trying to get no, you just missed.
Hits him.
You're trying to aim your face with the berry, and it just hits your cheek, and you push it to the side. As it lands, you can see a rat that was kind of hiding behind you guys just kind of grab it with its hand and just run back.
I'm sorry.
Kind of just like stare after the rat, like, oh, that little bitch.
Ava, what's my name, by the way?
Ava, don't know.
No, you can't put her on
I
the
thought so.
Ava takes
Just
5 points of
wondering.
mental damage.
Just wondering. It's okay.
Take 5 points of emotional damage.
As he asks this, I look at Ava and say, don't.
Okay. So you guys
Okay,
begin
let's
to now in front of you guys see about walk. You guys walked about 2 hours just constant walking in this like dark tunnel, and then you guys happen to come about a not a staircase, just a ladder. There you go, a ladder going directly up, and that seems to be the end of the location of the exit.
Okay. Is this the exit, Asura?
Yep.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay. I assume Asura is the one that is going up first.
Yep.
Make an unskilled strength check.
Unskilled strength.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not too bad.
As you kind of try to push up a little trapdoor that is covering the exit and where you guys are currently, it kind of gets stuck a little bit, but then you were just able to push through as it just opens, and now a large amount of light just kind of goes in and it's almost blinding to you guys as you guys begin exiting in what seems to be an old village, an old town. Essentially, just the forms of the houses are there, not necessarily anything else. I am placing you guys' tokens in a second.
Home sweet home.
So this is where they grow
Well-
grapes then?
A vineyard.
That could be the name of the village.
I'll have you know my mother's human.
Vineyard Village.
Yeah, or just the vineyard. Martha's vineyard. Okay.
God. Okay. So where is this village?
You're in it.
We're in it.
Okay.
This is small village.
There's no people in the village? Okay.
It's a trap.
Got it.
Aha, joke's on you. I've been sent to kill you this entire time. Yeah.
Literally 24/7.
Okay.
What was
As
it
you
really
guys
worth, though?
as you guys exit, you guys. I mean, for those questioning it, this is not the village, of course. This is one of the
That's what I
outskirts,
thought.
and
Yeah.
the village is a little bit north of here.
Okay.
Okay, it's this way.
Let's head straight there then.
Okay.
We're just
Wait.
gonna.
Can we check these ruins to see if there's anything valuable in them?
I've been through these ruins a bunch of times. There's nothing in here.
I mean, make an investigation if you wish.
Oh, I do wish so.
No, that's.
Oh, cool! I got a belly button.
It seems to be. What?
Oh, cool, flower.
It seems to be cleared out for the most part. And also, you guys were issued or asked more or less to go south of Avalon towards Arcadia. The village, however, this small village, farming village, is on the outside of Avalon north.
So we gotta go around the whole city.
So you guys essentially will have to go around and then head south.
Or we can check out this village and see what's
Or
up.
you guys could check
yeah,
out the village.
let's
Yes.
go to the village.
Well, yeah, let's restock on whatever we need to, and then we can go on
Okay.
this journey.
I
So you guys
mean,
follow
Sorry.
Asura to about an hour and a half of more walking towards what now you guys can see is the village, a pretty large, mostly what's it called, livestock village. There seems to be some kind of like wheat
wait,
and what's it
livestock?
called? Yes, livestock.
Oh, Lord.
Ooh.
I walked to my mom's house,
Okay.
which, by the
And
way,
you-
my mom is human, and I knock on the door, and a little old Asian lady opens the door.
Me.
Me. Okay.
Well, what I'm saying is that she's from where
Yeah, from where
Windwalker
Walker.
takes place. Yeah, which explains
Okay.
why I have the genre and everything.
Yeah, and you guys see it, and it's a different sight. You guys haven't necessarily seen a lot of people of this manner in this location, at least not very prominently, just kind of here and there, and you recognize them to be from another continent. Probably not necessarily like think much of it. And can
I
you see
talk to her in the native language of that land.
you guys don't understand it. It's a little bit mix of common and a different dialect, as you can understand some words as it gets pieced out, but then kind of lose track of the conversation.
Okay, is there any like stores, any general goods stores around
Yeah, there
here?
seems to be kind of like a one general goods store.
Okay, we go
and-
there.
Okay.
My mom, funny enough, does have a little vineyard in her house.
I would like
a little bit vineyard in the back.
Yeah.
I'd like to put my hand on Ava's shoulder and says, "Would you like to go see some goat?"
Can Ava just already like run towards them, just like bolt? Like,
Okay. So yeah, Ava and Rogar go toward the goat pen, I guess.
yes. This
Right,
is
On the
all
other
right.
hand, on the other hand, what's it called? Ariel and whoever else is gonna go to the what's it called? The
General
general
store.
goods store.
Lucian's
Uh,
gonna follow her.
Lucian's gonna follow who?
Ariel.
Okay. You guys go to this general store. These houses are mostly wooden. It's very kind of like very poor location. It's like I said, it's mostly just farm village. The way they trade here is either with livestock, with meats, with grains, and occasionally coin. Um,
Okay,
as,
I just wanna.
oh, go for it. What do you need?
I just wanna restock on arrows, if I can find any.
Yeah, you're met with a bald old man, and he takes out a few arrows from the back. It's just it's the same package of 20.
Okay.
However, they seem to be a little bit they seem to be like very handmade and kind of like not necessarily like breakable, but they're made with actually like flint and pieces of wood.
Yeah.
They're
Okay,
they're still
I-
usable, of course, but
Yeah.
I believe the actual price for them are like 1 gold piece.
One
20.
gold for 20.
However, here they just kind of look at you and expect you to give them like whatever you want.
Could I get 40 arrows if you have them? And I kind of fiddle around in my coin purse and I say, how much about 2 gold? Is that fair?
And as soon as you mention gold, his eyes just kind of go wide. Yeah, sure, young lady. Let me go look for them in the back. And then he kind of goes, and you can hear him just kind of scavenging, and he brings out another set of 20 arrows.
Can I whisper in her ear and say, "What about rope?"
Do you have any rope?
He brings out. He says like, sure, and he kind of like walks back, and he brings a pig, and
Any- What?
that's currently being like roped, and
Do
then
you have
he just kind of begins to like unhook it off of the pig.
Do you have any extra rope that's not been used before?
Oh, okay. And he kind of goes back again, and kind of like looks at it, and like kind of like looks at it. He comes back and kind of looks at his main kind of desk area, and then kind of goes back again, and then he takes out just 25 feet of rope.
25 feet. Okay, if you want to buy it.
While all these people are shopping, I'm gonna walk in behind them with a basket of grapes, and it's like, my mom said they gave you these.
Please say your mom is named Martha.
I'll take some.
No.
Wait, the general goods person or them?
Oh
No,
yeah.
no, them.
Okay.
My mom.
Okay, I'll take some.
My mom's name is Mai, by the way.
My. Okay.
Not Martha. Mai.
So, my mom,
Yeah, it's weird. I know.
Eva.
Okay.
She's not from here, so what do you expect?
All right. So the guy manning the general goods store, just kind of expects you to give the 2 gold and take the rope with it, not necessarily like as an additional thing.
Okay, I'll take the rope. Hand it to. Wait, who's here with me? Is it Lucian?
Yeah.
I think.
Lucian and Thane, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I'll hand it to.
Well, Lucian, Thane, and what's it called? Asura just arrived.
Okay.
With my mom's grapes.
Yeah, and what's it called? The general goods person kind of like acknowledges like, oh, how are you today, Asura?
I'm all right.
You came to visit your old woman.
Don't talk about my mom like that. I see you looking at her. You don't think she's old.
He kind of blushes and turns away, like, oh.
If I find out you're banging my mom, I'm gonna bang the sword through your chest.
is his name Professor Oak by any chance?
Okay. So what are you guys? What's next? What would you guys like to do?
I want
Uh,
to. I want to recruit Asura.
I'm gonna ask Asura, is there an inn in this anywhere we can stay for the night? It's getting pretty late.
I don't think there's an
It
inn,
is-
but I think my mom has some spare places. Like she has some tents she can set up.
That would be wonderful if possible.
All right, whatever. Basically, he walks in and just like asks his mom in a foreign language. Mom, these guys need a place to stay. Is it okay if we start setting up tents?
Without much issue, she kind of like nods yes and everything.
Okay, thank you. I give her like a small kiss on the forehead and then just walk out. Help her set up and stuff.
Okay.
So I just want to say, Ava's having like the time of her life. Like
She's just looking at the goats from the pen. Sometimes they come over and then they hop over each other, and Ava's just like, "Oh, look, look, look."
I would like to put my hand on
laughing, so
Ava.
she's like, "Oh, Ava, like this."
I'm
It's just
sure you
like
do,
her
Ava.
greatest thing.
I think it's time to go and meet up with the rest of the party, though, Ava.
Ava, stay. Ava, live here now.
Ava.
While Asura says like is setting up the tents and stuff, a cat, like longish hair Siberian cat, just like jumps out and then starts circling around everyone's legs, like jumps out of his house.
Kitty.
Ava's still into the goats, man. Like she would buy all of them, but she
What
would get
cat?
yelled at.
Ava could buy all of them. This is a poor village.
And she has the most gold out of all.
You know.
Hey, you don't know how much gold I have.
That's right, I don't.
You don't know how much gold I have.
Sorry, that's a little squeaky toy for my dog.
No animals allowed, Jesus.
All right. So you guys will stay there for a long rest, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we.
Ava would
Okay.
like to sleep in the goat pen, please.
As you kind of begin climbing the short fence, an old woman kind of with a kind of wooden makeshift cane comes out and is like, "What are you doing?" And he kind of begins swatting it towards you, as if like trying to like shoo you away.
So
Am
how
I still
big
with Ava?
is she?
What?
How big is she?
She's pretty short. She's like
Asura's gonna
Fine,
notice
at
the
most.
half orc missing and like go looking.
No, am I
Oh
still
yeah.
with you?
Yeah, Roger's still with Ava.
Awesome.
Can Ava just like grab the stick and just like
No,
break it in half?
nope. I cast command on Ava.
Like at this point, Asura's rushing up like, "Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?" I'm sorry, Mrs. Benson. This isn't right, man. What are you doing?
Oh, I was gonna cast command. Oh well.
Please. just let it
Yeah, like at this point,
happen.
Asura's like, "All right, listen, half orc lady, I'm gonna need you to get out of the pen, because you are you're borderline trespassing at this point.
She doesn't know what that word means.
Wait.
You land not supposed to be on said land."
Let me just. She's trying to understand the word trespassing.
She understands. She understands well enough.
But Ava won't go, please. And then she's just gonna start like crying, please.
Then buy a goat. Jesus,
Don't influence her.
Mrs. Benson, how much do you sell your goats for?
She kind of begins looking for prices. I believe it's
It's 1 gold per goat.
1 gold per goat.
I'm gonna start pushing Ava and like, no, I'm sure it's fine, Mrs. Benson. We don't need any goats right now. Thank you though. I apologize for any harm that we may have caused.
And she kind of begins walking back now, and just having trouble walking.
No, as we're walking away, I'm like, "This is why I don't bring outsiders anymore. They think I'm oh my god."
Okay, I'm sorry for that. She's a little special. That's why I came with her. So I let her
A little special? She's trying to sleep in a goat pen.
She likes goats, okay? They're the greatest of all time.
Oh my. Well, okay. No, is she a half orc or is she like full orc?
She half orc.
Okay, I was about, okay.
No, your greatest of all time thing got me.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It was gonna be a little sad for a bit, but she realizes now she should probably listen to the others. She shouldn't make decisions for herself.
Okay.
As we walk back to my house, Asura picks up his cat and walks into his house. Bed.
Probably a good idea.
Like at this point, I'm purposely like hiding the cat from.
It has to be like super late by this point, so I'm sleeping.
Yeah. As Ava begins walking away from the goat pen, the goat pen just begins to cry. Bah, bah.
Don't do this to her, please.
And most goats kind of like put on their front hooves on like the top of the fence and are just looking out.
Oh,
Does Ava have like a knife or something? Please. God.
I'm pushing you, Ava. You are not going anywhere.
Ava's just gonna be crying and she's just gonna like turn back and like look over her shoulder while she's being dragged away, like
It's
I'll be
okay.
back.
It's okay, Ava.
Okay. As everybody now kind of meets up at Suarez's mom's place, now some tents are kind of placed in the back area of the house, and you guys do not understand that basically like you guys would have the ability to sleep here, but in the morning like you guys are expected to not be there essentially. Like in the morning you guys are expected to leave.
Fuck out my
And,
property.
yeah, and basically Asura goes back into his house, and you guys have just set up a little tent circle outside, and Ava just plops down while everyone else actually takes the time to get into their tents and begin their long rests.
No, actually, no. Before they do go to sleep, I'm gonna walk in and be like, "You guys good? Anything you need?"
a blankets maybe.
We're
Look next to your
good.
beds.
I've got
Like-
I've got a bedroom.
Like they're like small cots, like set up or like bedrolls. Yeah.
Yeah, like you guys have bedrolls.
Okay. Nope. Thank you, Asura, for your hospitality, and thank your mom.
Nah, she's always like this.
Oh,
Anyway.
As now you guys begin to understand that even though Asura is essentially a criminal, for he was in the underground casino, and you guys not necessarily know anything, he's still a very wholesome character.
No, and for the record, like before he goes to sleep, he sits down and be like, if you're in need of any help along your journey, I wouldn't mind tag. I need something to do. Ex-mercenary. Just, well, life's getting boring now,
Well, if you do tag along in the future, we try not to kill first. Just an FYI.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I'm just
And
saying though,
then-
if someone has something I want, it's gonna be a lot to take for me to not try to take it back.
Don't worry, I'm pretty persuasive. I
So
have to
am
give him a good old-fashioned wink.
Okay.
Aw.
A Vex wink.
A Vex wink.
Oh my
Right.
god.
Okay, after all of that interaction, Asura goes into his home, and you guys begin to rest. Would anyone like to keep watch, or would you guys like just to sleep?
I would like to keep watch, at least for the first hour. Or not the first hour, the first shift.
This is the most peaceful village I've ever known. What?
It's
like,
more
why
of
would
a
you watch?
it's more of a character thing, not an actual he needs to watch.
Okay.
Nope. I'll trust everything. I'll fall asleep.
I mean, if anyone needs more blankets, like Ava's not using a bedroll or anything, man. She's just on the dirt. So
Okay. We'll make just a perception check, Rogar.
And while he's out watch, he's taking off his armor and he's kind of like flipping his medallion in as he's watching.
Okay.
Perception. I always make the worst perception checks, dude.
Everything seems to be calm. Like you can see people begin to turn into their houses, and you see a group of individuals come in. And they look kind of weathered and tired and very dirty, as if they were essentially like miners. And some of them just begin to like funnel into each of their houses, and you can hear and see through the open windows, since it's mostly like wooden village. You can see them at like families. They pick up their kids, and then they turn off the candles, and they turn off the torches, and everybody begins to go to sleep. And you begin to just drift into your sleep. And that's where we're gonna end it tonight, actually.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and smite that like button and subscribe to keep up with the Tales of the Deathless. Till next time.